now you'll see what this passion made of me. No disrespect, respectfully, but the maze madman's been set free.
Good evening, good people. It is I, the Maze Madman. We are back for another reaction video. This time for elite defensive line prospect Duce Geralds. Duce Geralds, absolute stud of a football player. Also played some running back for his high school. And who wants to tackle a 275-pound man? Nobody is the answer. Also, that same 275-pound man will have no problems tackling you. That said, we are here for it. Before we go any further, though, I got to thank people in the chat. Shout out to my guy, John Diadamo, who's here. Sounds like LSU pushed late. I actually heard the same, John. We'll see what happens. LSU, obviously, powerhouse when it comes to recruiting. Brian Kelly is a decent recruiter in his own right, very good recruiter in his own right. So once again, I gotta preface this before we go any further. Michigan has a very good recruiting class along the defensive line. However, somebody like Duce Geralds, you make room. I don't care like how good your defensive line is, and the same could be said for LSU, who also has a pretty decent defensive line recruiting, and they are going to make room for somebody like Duce Geralds if in fact it is LSU. If in fact it is Michigan, will make the room. Also in this recruitment, Oregon, I believe, the other state, unfortunately, and that's really what we here for more than anything, is to make sure they don't get them. All right. Because, you know, as being a Michigan fan, I don't want to have to deal with this guy for the next 3 years. You don't want to have to deal with this guy for the next 3 years. If he doesn't choose Michigan, go to LSU. I'm fine with that. Whatever. Of course, I would rather have him on my team. But moving on. Shout out to my guy Dub Q, who's in here. Taves DeCane is here. Troy Wilbur is here. Shout out to Brian Turner. New name in the chat, saying go Tigers. Obviously, LSU fan. Shout out to you, sir. Who else do we have? Detroit Wolverine, Rock City. Let's go. We got some different faces in here. Venice said he's hearing Oregon. I think that's a possibility too. Michigan, honestly, we kind of got like a 2-day kind of official visit with him while he was on his way to officially visit the other state. That said, I do think at that time Michigan really moved the needle. Things change, things happen, whatever. We'll see what happens, though. Again, like I said, any of these teams in his top 5 would make room for somebody like Duce Geralds. He's that good. And while we wait on his commitment, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about in terms of him being that good, ladies and gentlemen. This is somebody that you want on your team, bottom line. I don't care, like, how good your recruiting class is currently, you can always do with somebody like this young man, Duce Geralds, and I'm going to show you why, because he's absolutely every bit who they say he is in terms of his talent on the football field. That's him destroying a quarterback right there. And being as athletic as he is, he didn't even fall all the way on that guy. Shout out to that. How about that? Because that's pretty impressive. But yeah, this is one of the more impressive things about him. He played running back, bro, stiff arm into the ground. Who wants to tackle this guy? Nobody is the answer. I said that already, but this just is just reaffirming what I said. Force. But yeah, we're also gonna shout out to my guy Lich Max, who's also here. Let's get a 1-to-1 return on likes to viewers on the vid. If you haven't hit the sub button, let's get to 8K subs. Shout out to my guy Lich. I appreciate you. Brian Turner says, Taves the King, we got a pretty good quarterback now, and we typically recruit the position fairly well. No doubt. LSU does recruit, as we know, very well. And even if they don't necessarily recruit a quarterback, they can find one in the transfer portal. We saw what they did with Jaden Daniels, right? So make no mistake, LSU will be fine. They'll recruit well. They'll both high school and the transfer portal. I know they'll be all right. Taves, you're right. You're not lying there. That's a fact. Troy Wilbert is here. He's an animal. Absolutely. Animal, some lucky college program is going to have committed to them here shortly. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat too for anybody who wants to come up and talk as well. One sec. As soon as I get that, there we go. Link is in the chat. Come up. Tell me why you think your school is gonna get Mr. Duce Geralds. Tell me why you think Michigan is gonna get him, because I know it's a bunch of Michigan fans here too. But either way, let's talk about it. Shout out to Dub Q, who did what the mods are supposed to do. He shared this with his friends and family on social media. If you are a mod, be sure to like the video, share the video. Thank you to every mod of mine. My guy DK, I saw him earlier. I know he's here. And that intro in my head, too fire. You know it's fire. I know it's fire. You know it's fire. I got Dub Q here with me and Brian Turner. Brian, how you feeling?
Zam was popping.
Good, man. Good.
He said, "Well, Zam, I know he got to be from the boot."
Bad Rush.
Baton Rouge. All right,
sure.
no doubt. So you confident in LSU landing Duce Geralds here?
Most definitely. And first off, shout out to Michigan. That was my daddy's favorite team. My daddy a big Charles Woodson fan, but this is a position that LSU has had ups and downs with. Interior defensive lineman. It was a big reason why we struggled against Florida State and also against A&M Alabama. You can have all the outside talent you want, especially at wide receiver DB, because we haven't been bad there during Brian Kelly's time. But the problem is we have not been able to run the ball and stop the run. And we're better this year. Obviously, we brought in some very talented guys at guard and also an interior defensive lineman in the portal, but high school recruiting has got to get better. And the thing is, Duce Geralds is what I like to call an interior playmaker, kind of akin to the guy y'all had from New Jersey not that long ago, the #1 player, Rashawn Gary. Kind of like that. He's what I like to call an interior playmaker, right? He's a guy who not only – and Duce isn't an overwhelmingly large guy, 6'1", 280, but he's strong. He's strong like a true – nose guard, but he's athletic, as you can see, like a running back, right? And I'm gonna keel off on this. You feel me? I'm gonna just say this. The key to beating teams like Georgia and teams like we're playing Clemson week 1 is dominant interior line play, right? You have to be able to run the ball and stop the running. It also doesn't hurt that Duce Geralds' dad is from North Baton Rouge, from Scotlandville. His father's from Scotlandville, and surprisingly enough, despite LSU's issues, LSU has been quite, I'm going to say the word dominant, but they've been pretty good recruiting in the Atlanta Metro, which is where Georgia's located at, right? So LSU has been able to go into the state of Georgia and get not only good, but some of the top players in that entire state, which is crazy when you consider the fact that one of the nation's best programs is there. But yeah, this was a heck of a battle between LSU, Oregon, and Michigan. This is a battle that saw 3 of the nation's premier NFL factories really go after in my mind, may not be the highest, but really the best playmaker at defensive line. And I look forward to watching the rest of the show. Y'all be easy.
No doubt, man. We appreciate that, man. That was well said. Actually, can't dispute any of the facts that he said there. WQ, what's your thoughts?
I just wanted to chime in on what he said. Georgia historically has not been able to keep those players at home. Like it's only it's a recent thing of them being like, a dominant program. So, I watched, like, even in my class, Jamal Lewis went to Tennessee. We had a guy, Robert Morgan, he went to Florida State. Cozy Coleman also went to Tennessee, and these are all guys that got looks in the NFL. Well,
Right.
no, I don't think Robert Morgan did, but definitely Coleman and Lewis both played in the NFL. So it's just, I mean, they normally can't keep them at home, so it's not surprising to me to see this. So just throwing it out there. Sorry, Georgia fans, if you can't deal with the truth, but you know it and I know it. This is a recent thing as far as and
What
they
they
can't
do?
even keep this dude at home.
Yeah, they do a good job of casting a wide net, Georgia,
Yeah, oh
too,
no,
on being able to
definitely.
recruit everywhere in the country. Lich Max, what's your thoughts?
I think he's going to be a great addition to the Michigan team if he decides to commit to us.
Right.
We definitely need although I don't think we necessarily need the help on the defensive line. I think we're pretty stacked there, but I mean we can always use more depth if we need it, and I mean he can always compete to get the starting job when he comes in. Although I don't know how likely that is to see a true freshman come in at defensive line. Although I mean we've obviously been talking about it for other positions that you don't traditionally see true freshmen, but he definitely looks like a monster on the field. That's for sure. He's definitely going to put some work in.
Definitely. And to piggyback off what you're saying, Michigan does have a pretty decent defensive line haul, but as Brian Turner was talking about, so does LSU, right? It's not like they got nothing at that position in this class, but like you said, you make room for somebody like Deuce Geralds, and as a true freshman, we saw people like Mason Graham get, important snaps as a true freshman. Yep. Now Mason Graham is Mason Graham. I'm not necessarily trying to put anybody there, but this dude certainly can be a difference maker in that sense. So, it does come down to how you come in, what you do once you get there. All of that matters. Wouldn't you say, Dub Q, somebody who actually played college football, not just college football, but D1 college football?
I just wanted to say,
of Michigan.
Needless to say, regardless, well, obviously, this would be the preferred landing spot. But if not us, then please LSU, not Ohio State or Oregon. Go on now,
Go on now.
Well, I'd be all right if he wanted to be a Duck. I'd be all right if he wanted to be a Duck. I'd be fine with that. I mean, they're new to the Big Ten. They could use some Big Ten recruits to get up to snuff with the Big Ten. Although they did pretty good this last season. I think this was their first year in the Big Ten, and they went straight into the Big Ten championship and the playoffs. I mean, I obviously don't quote me. I don't know for sure when they joined in, but I think this last season was their first season in the Big Ten.
It was, and they came through and came through like a bull in a china shop, but I don't like that. So
I might have some bad news here. Some bad news here. Hold on. Ole Miss, by the way, is also one of the teams in there. We didn't talk about them much, but they're obviously in the thick of it too. But it looks like that this this commitment has been pushed back. I thought originally it was 3:00 p.m. Eastern time. It now looks like it has been moved to 4:30 Eastern time, which means we are roughly 2 hours early, which is crazy.
I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but do we have
a time I received?
Yeah.
Do we have a Calvin Russell situation going on?
No, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. But Brian, you were saying you saw 4:30 or 3:00?
Yeah, I saw 16:30. I believe it's Eastern time, so that'd be ahead. Yeah. So no, I'm saying I believe it's Eastern. No, that my time was 16:30. Eastern time be what? That'd be 17:30 our time, or be
that'd be
17. It'd be 17.
Yeah, because 16:30. I'm Central, so I'm in Baton Rouge. So, but don't get me wrong. We're pretty good at defensive tackle right now. We got the #1 prospect in the state, top 5 guy, Lamar Brown, out of Baton Rouge, out of national power university high, as well as the number 1 team in state and national number 10 Edna Carr in Algiers, Louisiana, Richard Anderson. You got 2 top 5 interior guys, but Lamar Brown, we'll have to decide if he's going to be an interior D lineman or O lineman, but it's looking more like he might play on the interior O line because, well, that's just the thing. He's a freaky two-way athlete, so we're pretty set there, but you can never have too many defensive tackles. You can have too many wide receivers, too many running backs because not everybody's going to get carries. But when it comes to defensive linemen, you can never have too many. That's the reason why Georgia, was able to take over college football the way they did, because they were as deep at defensive tackle as some teams are deep at running back. Right. You know what I mean? So that's why they were able to dominate.
And talking about your defensive line, Lamar Brown, a 5-star, by the way, defensive lineman. But I'm actually gonna share that with people in the meantime, because it looks like we either are gonna be coming back or we got a lot of time to burn. Here we go. This is LSU's current recruiting class, 17 commits. I believe they are ranked 9th according to 24/7 right now. But at the very top, Tristan Keys, another guy that Michigan tried to flip. I don't think that's going to go in Michigan's favor there. I think he stays here, but definitely a very talented dude. The number 4 ranked player in all of the nation, number 1 in the state and at his position. But Lamar Brown, this is the guy that Brian Turner just made mention of, 5-star out of Louisiana, out of Baton Rouge, actually, right where BT is, number 1 player in the state of Louisiana. Then you come down here, Richard Anderson, another highly touted defensive lineman. These are top 100 guys, by the way, Lamar Brown and Richard Anderson. And then is it Bryson Martinez?
I actually know Bryson personally. He's actually from Gonzales in Ascension Parish, that's located outside of South Baton Rouge. They projected him to finish as a top 5 recruit. He's one of the best offensive tackles. I know his family rather. I know his family fairly well. But Bryson Martinez is a guy who started his career off as an offensive guard, but he is one of the more athletic offensive linemen you're gonna find in this class. He's a guy who really is a born right tackle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys want to play weak side mainly because that's the highest paying position, but he is a guy who is a born right tackle. He's a true run grader and a very aggressive pass blocker. He's a guy who fits that role very well. And he's a guy who, LSU wants to bring in and really help out in this program's kind of their goal to establish more of a physical presence.
Right. What do you know about Emmanuel Tucker, another 4-star? Oh, this is an offensive tackle. Never mind. We'll pass on him right now. Yeah, he plays offensive line. But you also got a 3-star in Darius McKinley from Lafayette.
Yeah, the younger brother, a former 5-star and currently on LSU roster right now. Younger brother, former Under Armour All-American, Dominic McKinley, who's a sophomore at LSU right now. Darius McKinley's a tweener. He's a young man who, much like his brother, they were offensive linemen throughout most of their careers, but they both switched to defensive line. He is a 3-4 defensive end, but he's grown into more of a true 3-technique D tackle. He is the definition of a 3-star in Louisiana. Might be a 5-star anywhere else because he has some of the most dominating tape you're probably ever going to watch. He plays for Acadiana. That's a national. That's also, I don't like using the word national. That's exactly what they are, because Acadiana is the kind of program that's yet another Louisiana program out there in Lafayette, Southwest Louisiana. That's a program that can travel across the country and win games. But that's a program that's a defensive line and DB factory, and he plays 3-4 defensive end right now for Acadiana. And I said it again, he has some of the best highlight tape you'll see out of a 3-star.
Right. That's BT knows LSU football, that's for sure. Switching up just a little bit, shout out to my guy Marmar who just joined the chat. Marmar, was good.
You on mute.
Hey, what up, though? How y'all doing, man?
Hey,
Go Blue.
Go Blue. What's good?
So what's our chances today?
I don't think we I think we have a chance here, but I think we probably second place at best, third place most likely in this recruitment.
I just want to touch on something BT said. he said that you can have too many wide receivers, but somebody needs to tell that school down south that that's a thing, because they don't know.
I think they just recruited another wide receiver. Just got another wide receiver commitment recently.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
it checks out. I haven't kept up with them this summer as far as recruiting, but
BT
I'll check in on signing day.
No doubt. BT, real quick. I just had Chris Howard on the show on Thursday. He's a former Michigan running back from the 90s. But he's from Louisiana. Absolutely.
Went to New Orleans. John Curtis met in
Right. I was going to ask you about John Curtis high school. What are they like in Louisiana?
One of the greatest high school football programs of all time in any state. 28-time state champion, former national champion. That is a program that defies what it means to be a high school football juggernaut. That's a program that was the winningest high school football program in the 90s and the 2000s. It's also a program that kind of revolutionized strength and conditioning. If you talk about John Curtis high school football, you're talking about a program, that defines not only Louisiana, but really Southern football, because you have to understand football in the South is a slightly different sport compared to everywhere else. And John Curtis High School, if you do research on him, there's a documentary on YouTube about him, led by, of course, the winningest high school football coach in the nation currently, JT Curtis. Shout out to him. But Chris Howard is part of a tradition of running backs at a high school many people in this state call tailback U.
Wow. Yeah, I think he spoke a little bit on the strength and conditioning coach when he was there, that ultimately went to a couple different programs, but his tree of strength and conditioning is pretty big in the SEC, right? Like
Tommy Moffitt,
right?
Tommy Moffitt, he's also a John Curtis graduate. He's from, I want to say, where I'm originally from. I grew up in Baton Rouge. I'm from the New Orleans area. I want to say he's from Thibodeau, Louisiana, but Tommy Moffitt was the strength and conditioning coach for LSU during the Nick Saban and Les Miles years. So Tommy Moffitt is considered by many to be one of the best strength and conditioning coaches of all time. You feel me? So, John, like I said before, John Curtis High School, in many ways, like De La Salle in Concord, California. Yeah. You can make the case that John Curtis might be one of the most influential high school football programs in America. You feel what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
no doubt. Real quick, to answer note here. Yeah, it looks like we are early, very early actually. It looks like that won't be happening for at least another hour and a half. In terms of his at least another hour and a half. So that's what we're looking at. Marmar, you can unmute yourself. What's good, man?
What up, though? How you doing?
Chilling regular. What's good?
Man, I'm just chilling, man. Just came back from this little back to school thing. Got the kids some free backpacks. You feel me? I was in your city, though.
In Dayton.
Yeah, but I was out there doing work. Hey, I ain't trying to bring this to the channel, but if you can call me, man, because I talked to the officer that was on scene.
No doubt. Yeah, no, I definitely will.
I ran into him, bro, and it was crazy.
At the backpack giveaway.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
To the man that was on scene. But we trying to connect the community and everybody together, man. That's what we working on. And then I met another officer that works with a boy that plays for, I know the chat ain't gonna like this, but hey, listen, he played for the team in Columbus, and he mentors the young boy is from Dayton.
Yeah.
I think he's a starter. I forget what his name is, but he mentors them and he be at the practices all the time. So I got some info from the practices for you.
Hold on. Are you talking about CJ Hicks?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. He mentored him since he's been going to high school in Dayton.
Right.
And the guy
Archbishop Carroll, I believe.
Yeah. And yep. He said he mentored the young boy, showed me pictures. I said, oh, that's cool, I said, it's just a rivalry. My team gonna beat your team in November. But it's good that you mentoring this young man like I said, man, we all human beings. So, if he got a mentor like that, good, because Dayton kids like that need mentors, especially what's
Absolutely.
going on in the city of Dayton. So I just wanted to bring that up. But yeah, man, it was pretty dope. A little back to school giveaway.
Right. Lich Max,
Yes.
my good sir.
What's up, Lich?
Where do you think Geralds ends up? These are the 5 schools, by the way. We got them up: Ole Miss, LSU, Oregon, Michigan, or that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. Let me know what you think.
Well, I think if depends on what his deal breaker is going
Yeah,
into this because if he's looking for playing time on the field,
right.
I as much as I want him to come to Michigan, I don't think that's going to be the best fit for him because he's not going to see the field much unless he can beat out the rest of our depth chart to get on the field. I mean, yes, we do some defensive rotation, but I just don't. Depending on his skill, he may not see the field until like the later years of his college career. So I mean, then you kind of got to look down the line and see like where he's going to be the best fit. I don't know much about the other teams' depth charts.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely don't want him to end up at Nut Tree U over there because I don't want to have to deal with him. But I mean, if they got room, that's kind of where I'm thinking he'll probably end up. But if I had to be realistic and say like where he would end up, I know it's not. I know
Yeah.
it's not. But
I'm
what
not
I'm
gonna
talking
lie.
about is
When you
what his
said deal
values
breaker, that was
are.
the first thing I thought.
Yeah, I know. That's the word that I could think of off the top of my head to
Nah,
determine like what his goal is. Like if
I
he
understand.
wants game time, then Michigan may not be the best fit for him unless he's confident in his ability to be able to beat out the depth chart.
No
So
doubt.
it might be better. He might be better off looking at like LSU or Oregon or even, although I hate to say it, Nut Tree U, but he may run into the same issue over there at Nut Tree U or Oregon. So I mean, if I had to put a definitive answer on it, I would probably say LSU.
No doubt. Real quick, shout out to Brian Turner, man. LSU fan was just up here. Thank you for stopping by the channel. Hopefully we get our times better, more in line next time. 4:30, ladies and gentlemen, is the time we're looking at. It's only 3:00. G Boulder is in the chat. Real quick, let's go over what we got here at Michigan, right? In terms of the defensive line. Obviously, we got to start with Carter Meadows. Let me make this a little bigger for you guys because I know people in the chat probably can't see this all that great. There we go.
Shit, I can't see it.
There you go. Carter Meadows, number 1 for us, the highest ranked recruit that we have in the 26th class right now. Should be a 5-star. Let me say that, but only a 4-star according to 24/7. Woody Marmar has dropped. I was just about to ask him something, but that's all good. We still got W. We still got Lich.
He sensed it. He was out of here.
Here's the thing, Lich. One of the things that, and you brought up getting early playing time. After this season, though, a lot of these guys are gone, right? The Bennies of the world, the Damian
that's true.
Canes, and these interior guys are gonna be gone. So it's really gonna be a lot of young guys vying for these positions.
Yeah.
Somebody like Duce Geralds could absolutely get in there and make some noise himself.
Yeah, that's true. That's a true point. I guess I thought we had a lot more depth coming in than I realized. So yeah, I mean, I guess with that, knowing that now, I mean, I guess I would have to say Michigan would be a good fit for him because he could actually compete and get a starting job over here.
No doubt. Shout out to C Trail. It's a lot of Tigers in here. I think LSU think they got it. I think they think they in the bag. But in addition to Carter Meadows, of course, there's Titan Davis, 4-star out of Missouri, who has the best name that a defensive lineman could possibly have. Julian Walker. His father actually works for South Carolina, and Michigan was actually able to scoop him up out of South Carolina. There's another, obviously, Alistair Vallejo, who's been compared to Mason Graham. Same kind of stature and size. Mikael Blade, another very good defensive lineman. Maybe the second best name in the class. So Michigan's defensive line is absolutely stacked. Tariq Boney, who is underrated in my opinion, 3-star out of DC as well. So Michigan's defensive line is pretty stacked. It may be that could be a deterrent for somebody like Deuce Geralds, although somebody like Duce Geralds probably shouldn't be deterred by competition in his own class. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I mean, if he likes the competition and he's ready for it, then like Michigan would be a good fit for him. He's going to have a lot of competition on that defensive line, especially on the interior. Because I think I've seen we only had like 3 interior recruits that were strictly defensive tackles, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I mean, yeah, he could definitely come in and compete to get that starting job off with him, or even if he doesn't start his first year, his second year, he'll definitely be on the line.
Right. Shout out to this Neon person who obviously wants some attention. Neon XY9. Just keep spamming Michigan sucks. I can only imagine who he's a fan of, but I digress. Tydrick, shout out to Tydrick. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. He says, for those who keep asking, is CJ Sadler coming to Michigan? No, it's a done deal. He's going to UNC. Michigan doesn't want him for good reasons. So
I just had to flex my my mod capabilities.
Let's go. That's what you got. That's what we got mods for, bro.
Hey, listen. Hey, you come in here. You can if you better figure out a creative way to say Michigan sucks. because you can say it if you can figure out a better way to say it. But that's not gonna do.
Devin Limke wants to know why we don't want CJ. What's the reasons? Yeah, that is a good question. Look, from what I've heard, he had a little bit of trouble at his high school or whatever. That said, though, he's a dog, bro. He's an absolute beast of a football player. Maybe a little small, but at both wide receiver and defensive back, stud. He could be a valuable kick returner, punt returner. CJ Sadler is absolutely him. And last year, I thought this was a home run for Michigan. I thought this was a done deal for Michigan. If you would have asked me last year coming into this recruiting class, I thought Michigan would wrap that up for sure.
Is CJ Sadler a Cass Tech kid?
He is, yeah.
Bro, didn't they have another kid? Remember that quarterback that got into the big fight?
Yes.
What's up with Cass Tech, bro? Recruiting these problem children.
Hey.
I want cast well.
aspersions on the kids, man.
My bad. My bad. I don't know CJ Sadler, so I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Like it just reminded me, just like I was when Brian Turner came in. It unfortunately reminded me that Joe McKnight, rest in peace, also went to John Curtis.
Right.
So I won't bring the chat down. It just reminded me of that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It would be unfortunate for Michigan to miss on guys like CJ Sadler, who I believe is the number 1 player in the state of Michigan this recruiting cycle.
Yep, that's correct. He's national 85, ranked number 1 in Michigan out of Detroit.
Yeah. So, and this wouldn't be the first time that Michigan has not gotten the best player out of the state of Michigan. They changed that up, of course, last year with Bryce. I think they got like 4 of the top 5 last year. But in years previous to that, this has been a problem for them in recruiting Michigan over the last, I would say, 5 or 6 seasons. But again,
you lost Joe Barksdale to LSU. I'm just thinking about LSU and yeah, LSU came up there and took Joe Barksdale from us.
Bro, my guy Payne, right, didn't even really consider Michigan. He was right down the road.
And that was during during the what's my man's name? The coach at Belleville. Jermaine.
Yeah.
He wasn't the biggest fan of Michigan, so that wasn't much of a shot.
Right. So that's been a problem for Michigan for a while now. But CJ Sadler, if there is any possibility that CJ Sadler could still be in the class, if I'm Michigan, I'm pushing hard for that. I don't care about, as long as he ain't, stabbed, shot, killed nobody, right? Or, did some other felonious things, I don't care. We can, whatever. Once you get them on campus, it's a lot of like-minded people on campus in terms of good guys. We've interviewed a bunch of them here on this channel.
Yep.
That could really help him on the straight and narrow path, if you will. Plus, with the mentors that he will have at Michigan, I think that would be, you got to do it. You got to take a chance on somebody like CJ Sadler.
Yeah, I think once he gets on campus, a lot of those rough edges can definitely be ironed out. Currently, it looks like he's his top 4 are Colorado, North Carolina, Maryland, and Michigan.
Right.
Alabama's in there, but it's not really. I don't think that's really a contention.
Yeah.
But I can't really tell like what he's leaning towards. Some people in the chat are saying he's leaning towards more Colorado, I think. Yeah.
So I think UNC, somebody brought up UNC. I think that's Colorado could be. In fact, I think they're 1 and 2, honestly, but I think he's intrigued by Bill Belichick and what he can do at UNC. So I think that might be where he goes. But we'll see.
Yeah, I just wanted to put it out there. I didn't mean to cast aspersions on CJ Sadler. So if you're watching, this ain't a 50 Cent, what do you say, F me for situation.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there.
And to answer G Boulder's question, yes, this is the same thing that I've heard as well, G Boulder. But eligible. So he might be eligible, actually. It's weird because there's some other things about like not just his grades, but other things that I don't know for a fact myself, so I'm not gonna really speak on. But if he can go to UNC, he can probably go to Michigan. Not to say that UNC is trash or anything like that, but let me just say that UNC is a very good school academically. And if
definitely comparable to Michigan.
Yeah. So it's more than just that. Tydrick, he seems like a Colorado kid to me. Just play style wise, could be wrong. No, look, I would like to see him at Colorado if he doesn't go to Michigan. I think having Prime as a mentor obviously would help him. Prime is a guy that played both sides of the football too. Even as a pro, he got some offensive snaps. So CJ Sadler will be in good hands there, I think. I mean, UNC might not be a bad spot for him either. Belichick is definitely a disciplinarian, if you will.
For sure.
His style of coaching. So, it could all be good. By the way, anybody asking about the time for the commitment of Duce Geralds, we got it wrong. I got it wrong. It's going to be 4:30. We still got another hour and 20 minutes to go. That's my fault, but we're going to make it work. We're going to talk about what we need to talk about. Also committing today, Davon Benjamin, gentleman, defensive back from California. Looks like a 2-team race, really, between Michigan and Oregon. Michigan trying to make a late push here, but Oregon has always been his favorite school, and just heard recently, and by recently, I mean like in the last hour, that Oregon may have, shut the door there. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
It makes 100% sense that he's an Oregon fan because of the downfall of both USC and UCLA being a LA kid.
Right.
It makes sense that he would be an Oregon fan. So, right. I mean, this one where it's like, if it was anybody else, we might win this battle. But, when the school that you want to go comes calling, it's hard to overcome that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's kind of crazy. And in fact, he will be committing at 6:00. So we might just stay on after. Actually, I'm not going to stay on. We're going to get off. We'll come back if we do it for Davon Benjamin. But right now, his top 5 is Washington, Michigan, Texas, Oregon, and UNC. By the way, UNC keeps popping up here, gentlemen. We talked about it with CJ Sadler, now with Davon Benjamin. Do you think that Coach Belichick is going to have a good run at UNC, or is this just, the early shine on the plate or the dish, if you will, until he really starts to set roots there and people understand what's going on? Not, by the way, when I say understand what's going on, I'm not saying that anything negative is going on, but his personality starts to come over the team is what I mean.
I think we need to check in with his girlfriend and see.
Yo,
I think she's the one doing most of the recruiting, to be fair.
yeah.
I'm saying, bro, like she
on, man.
She runs that household.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she was the one doing most of the recruiting. That would be one way to get players to come and play.
Hey, yo, both of y'all are out of pocket. G Boulder brought up a good point, man. They just flipped somebody from Oregon, Tennessee. They're number 18 in the class right now. They got the 18th ranked class. 35 commitments in their class right now. What do you think? You attribute that to Bill Belichick more than anything?
First of all, 35 commitments is crazy. What type of NCAA football, like what type of college football 26 number is that? 35 commitments, bro. That's
right.
like that's service academy level numbers. And they don't even put out their kids. Like, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, and you talked about it, Dub Q, about Georgia not getting the best guys out of the state of Georgia. UNC has one of those Georgia kids in quarterback Travis Burgess, highly touted 4-star top 100 player, going to UNC to play his college football. What's your thoughts?
Man, I mean, like I said, bro, I mean, first of all, if you look at like the Buford situation, like the $65 million stadium, we've always been like a low-key powerhouse as far as high school football goes, but it's like the numbers are crazy right now. Like when you look at how many like kids that are, high 4, high 5-star kids in Georgia, it's always been that way. It's just like now that Georgia is actually living up to what they should be, you're gonna see a lot of those kids get away. Like,
right.
It's just the nature of the beast.
Shout out to Zay, by the way, runs one of the best YouTube group chats. I say YouTube, Twitter group chats that there is. Shout out to my guy Zay. Really got serious about his personal health too. Shout out to Zay. This Anthony Davis commitment, I'm not sure what time that is, but I think that's today too, right? The linebacker, I think is who he's talking about. I gotta look. Yeah, thank you, Lich. Check that out for me. Shout out to my guy Steven. What's up, sir? We are early, Steven. Let me let you know that as you come in here. We still got about an hour 15 minutes before Duce Geralds commits, but we're gonna be here every step of the way until that commitment happens. But yeah, talking about UNC, because we got on that tangent, very, very talented group, especially for UNC. Top 20 recruiting class right now. They got a top 100 quarterback going to UNC. They got a 6'4", 195-pound wide receiver in Kean Chapman out of the state of Alabama going to UNC. UNC could be making some noise here if the ACC is around in a couple years. Because
that's crazy that you was. Well, no, the ACC ain't going nowhere because of basketball.
Like, I mean, I thought that about the Big East, bro, but we saw what happened with them.
Oh wow. Well, they made a comeback. They but now you got people like Creighton in the Big East, which doesn't exactly make sense, but neither does Oregon in the Big Ten. So,
Savage Khan says he commits at 8. Is that Anthony Davis? Savage Khan, let me know if you talk about Anthony Davis. Davon Benjamin, by the way, commits at 6 o'clock. Duce Geralds commits at 4:30. We're gonna be here for both of them. That said, bro, UNC and the ACC. If the ACC dissolves, let's talk about that for a second. No UNC Duke basketball. That's crazy.
I can't even. I just don't believe it. There's too much money there.
Yeah, man. I mean, you messed up a bunch of those Big East rivalries, to be fair, in basketball. Like Syracuse is in the ACC now. There's no Georgetown Syracuse, no St. John's Syracuse.
Right.
So it would really, I think basketball has suffered the most in terms of these conference realignments, even more so than football to a degree. What are your thoughts on that, Lich?
Well, I mean, I don't think. I think it'd be good, to be honest. Like if they dissolved a lot of these smaller team conferences and absorbed them into like the bigger conferences, I think would be, or combined all of the smaller conferences into their own conference.
Yeah.
I think that would be an interesting way to go about it, because that would give them more funding when it comes to like the money coming in from championships and other things won from the revenue sharing. I don't know if that from the team down the conference to the teams is what I'm talking about, not necessarily the conference to the players. But I think that would be a net benefit to them, because it would give them more funding to be able to go after some of these higher end targets and be able to start looking at them more. Specifically for like the smaller teams. I know the larger teams, they'll be fine no matter where they go for the most part, but the smaller teams in these small conferences, I think will them being either combined into a larger conference or being absorbed into a larger conference, I think would be a pretty good benefit for them.
No doubt. Real quick, shout out to Blue Wolverine, who I call B Dub. I know that a lot of people get confused when I say B Dub because they thinking about the Bull, who I think the voice of college football guys call B Dub, but I call Blue Wolverine B Dub. This is the real B Dub. Well, the real B Dub, please stand up. Shout out, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. He says thanks for going live. Jeffrey Maxwell has a question. Has Geralds committed yet? No, he has not, because I am extremely early. He doesn't commit for another hour, Jeffrey, but we'll be here to bring it to you live.
Mays got past the ball a little too early.
Yeah. I don't know what's
this
going
time
on.
He didn't drop it. He picked it up too early.
I got a question for you guys. So I'm thinking about a school in Georgia. Georgia Southern was a big fish in a small pond, but the money obviously was too much to like turn down. And they're now in I think the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
What would you rather be? If you were a school like Georgia Southern, would you rather stay in the FCS, or would you take the money and come up and be and also ran in the FBS?
Man, that is an excellent question, right? So I think you have to go with the money, not just for your football program, but also for your school in general, right? You come up to FBS, you join one of these conferences, even if it's a smaller conference, the money is better than it was where you came from. You can improve, things like your campus or whatever with the money that's generated, with the attention that you are getting from being in, one of these bigger conferences from the one that you left, for sure. So I think you have to follow the money. It's just the responsible thing to do. We saw like Appalachian State do that. Of course, Appalachian State did it off the backs of what they did to Michigan and in a time that we don't really want to talk about, but because they were winning like all the FCS championships back then, right?
Yeah.
So I think you have to do it. It's the responsible thing to do, unfortunately or fortunately for the fans of those programs.
Yeah, I mean, taking a smaller team, especially from like the FCS, and transplanting them up into the FBS, like they're going to have some growing pains starting out, but with the extra funding they're going to be getting from going into a bigger or higher tier of play, they're going to start off being an also ran program, but they're also going to be able to have a better chance of building into a bigger, more impressive program down the line. It's going to take time, obviously, but with the funding that they're going to be getting from all, like May said, from all the attention they're going to be getting, it'll ease it a lot, and also it'll help improve what they got going on down there. So I mean that would be taking the money is always going to be a net benefit when it comes to these smaller schools, because it'll improve them into being potentially a larger school down the line.
By the way, Kieran Williams, I don't know who you're talking for. If you're a Michigan fan, this would be excellent. Anybody else, we don't want this to happen. That said, we've been talking about it. If the ACC dissolves, all right, you think about the programs there, you think about the institutions there. Who goes where? Let's talk about it. Chat, y'all join in the conversation. No more ACC. Where do some of these big programs? Where's Clemson end up? Where does Florida State end up? Miami, UNC.
All three of those schools end up in the SEC.
Okay.
Actually,
one of them has actually been trying for Florida State.
I think Clemson comes to the Big Ten.
Really?
I think so. I know. No, we definitely get. I think we get somebody like UNC.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
I think UNC is a Big Ten team if it goes down. Zay says Clemson goes SEC. Here's an interesting thing. I think Florida State back in the day, back when the legendary coach Bobby Bowden, back when Bobby Bowden was there, Florida State had an opportunity to join the SEC, and they turned that down. And I think the SEC has held that grudge ever since, and might spurn somebody like Florida State. Now that said, if they're faced with the inevitability of having to take up Florida State, I think you got to do it. By the way, because Florida State is another money generator. But I do think that they felt the way about Florida State not accepting their invitation back when they had an opportunity to join.
Bro, this feels like the thing with us in Michigan State, like not wanting them to be in the Big Ten. Like, come on, bro, you gotta let bygones be bygones at some point.
No, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
I think that if we do get Clemson to the Big Ten, I think that would also almost have to force. I know this isn't the topic right now, but I think that would also almost have to force Notre Dame into a conference.
For sure. By the way, let's talk about it, bro, because I'm tired of these Notre Dame independent. It's trash, bro. Notre Dame has to join the Big Ten. Bottom line. All right. All of their chief rivals are in the Big Ten, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Who do they have as Boston College would be the only
the service academies
in the service academies, yes. Which the fact that they have a rivalry with the service academies in modern day is laughable, right. But whatever.
I mean, they had a rivalry with us until they ran away with their tail tucked between their legs.
Yeah. The link is in the chat for anybody that wants to come up. But look, Notre Dame has to join the Big Ten because, again, they're chief rivals. USC is there now. Michigan is there. Yeah. Michigan State is there. Purdue, Indiana, all of these schools that they have rivalries with are there, and they're trying to create some artificial rivalry with Clemson. That's why they've scheduled this yearly, home and home, because they might be losing the USC one if they don't join the Big Ten. It's not worth it. They have to join a conference, basically. And knowing them, just to kick dirt in Michigan's face, they'll join the SEC.
Yeah, probably.
Now they want
which would
that
be hilarious.
They want that sweet solo NBC money, but we getting NBC money now, so
right, exactly. You're not the only ones eating over there. And by the way, we were getting better placement. 2023. Look at 2023. We getting better placement on NBC than they were getting.
Oh yeah.
So it's wild, bro.
I think if they do join a conference, I don't think they're going to join the SEC or the Big Ten. There's way too many difficult teams to play in those two conferences. Mm-hmm. We know how they like their cupcake schedules. They would go to the Big 12.
Yeah,
there's a lot of teams that they wouldn't have much of an issue with in the Big 12.
I mean, but they don't have any who they care about playing in the Big 12. There's nobody that their fan base can get behind, and they probably just run the table every year in the Big 12.
Yeah, that's what that's what they want. They're independent. They just want a free bid to the playoffs. So I mean, that would be the easiest way to do it.
Right.
Especially if they dissolve a lot of these smaller conferences into a bigger conference, or combine them into a bigger conference, that would kind of leave them with slim pickings for easy conferences to slot into to be able to get easy buys.
What if Michigan thought about moving to the SEC? I mean, it doesn't make any sense for us. The same way that, for Notre Dame, it doesn't make any sense to go to the SEC or the Big 12. None of our rivals are there.
Right.
in essence, right?
And if we move to the SEC, I mean, we'd essentially be in the same position we're in at the Big Ten anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, it'd be a lateral move, if anything.
Wouldn't be fair to those teams down in the SEC. We got more money
Right.
than them. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Well,
I'm not
I don't
joking
know.
about the money, but
I think Texas is pretty close.
nah, Texas is good. Texas and Texas A&M both are
Yeah.
very. The coffers are full over there for sure. But it doesn't make sense for Michigan to join the SEC. I know that was like threatened back when this whole spy thing first came out, and people were like, Michigan should just leave the Big Ten.
I'm not.
Yeah,
No, I think if we left the Big Ten, we joined Notre Dame and Independency before we went into another conference.
G, I put the link back in there, bro. I'm dropping it again. That's the link right there, G.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is going. I hope they're offended by this. I'm tired of hearing about Texas A&M. They gotta prove it, bro. I'm tired of hearing about these paper tigers that get these great recruiting classes and can't do nothing with them.
Right.
Yeah, and I will say they do have a pretty decent team down there at Texas A&M. At least.
Oh, G said he in the back. Wait, I don't see it. Oh, here we go. You finally just popped up. You just popped up. What's good, G?
What's good?
Can you hear us?
I don't think none of that's good for Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. I think if the ACC break down, I think that all the Southern teams is going to SEC, and I think we getting all the Stanford, all the shit that came from the Pac-10.
Yo, I forgot about Cal and Stanford
Right.
in the ACC.
Yeah.
You don't get more Pacific than that.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen if they break down. And I think, like y'all was talking about, making those big should the smaller teams join big conferences for the money?
Yeah.
I think that benefits the school more.
Right.
I think the kids that want to play, because it don't matter what conference Northern Iowa go to or none of those schools, they're not going to attract the same players. Mm-hmm. So you don't want those kids getting beat 42-7 every game for years. You know what I mean? It's not good for the kids' morale. They should keep it, where they are. Don't let the money.
What about a team like Appalachian State, right? Obviously, they got the upset over Michigan. They were winning FCS championships before, but then they make the jump. I think Marshall was another former FCS school, right? When Randy Moss and stuff were there, that was an FCS team. But they come up, and now, they're not necessarily competing for FBS championships or anything like that, but they can definitely go out on a given day and beat a Notre Dame or something like that.
But sustainability, they're going to have some own years, but over a long run, they're not going to be able to compete, because then the kids going to be like, okay, we get to play everybody now. Now I can really focus on the school I want to. Some kids go to some schools because they get to play, on a big – now if we got everybody, I'm a Florida kid. Now I can play Florida, Florida State, Miami, all in the same year because we're in the same conference. Now, you know what I mean? So, yeah, for the kids' sake, don't take the money, because the college is going to keep that money anyway.
That's for sure.
What do you think about taking all these conferences of smaller schools and combining them all into one mega conference?
I'm anti, bro. I want to keep my conferences. Look, not to sound like a like I was going in a bad direction here, but sometimes you got to be old school, man. You got to keep conferences, like that's what makes college football, bro. I don't want to be in the SEC. I want to be in the Big Ten.
Right.
Like I don't want just some conglomerate, like, and I want to stay at 16 max. Like I don't want college football turning into March Madness, bro. That's weird. It's too many teams, bro. This is football. This is not basketball.
No,
and I don't want to have to wait 2 or 3 years to play Wisconsin again, or like fucking Washington beat us last year, and the team that I don't want to have to wait to whoop their ass like we're gonna do this year. You know what I mean? I want to get.
You won't get immediately.
Yeah,
we need our get back the next year.
Immediately. Yeah.
So Washington, we are going to be able to get Washington this year, but Oregon, right? That's a team that we not going to play this year.
We might. We'll see him in the Big Ten.
Well,
the Big Ten championship.
Yeah. I think it worked out for us in the Texas situation though, because
we needed that year off.
We needed that. Yeah, we needed. Hey, just give us a little space. We'll be back.
Right.
Let's put some ice on our eye. We'll be back though. We'll see you again, Texas.
Yeah.
Texas was also a measuring stick because we all went in like y'all been talking about with high expectations. Right. Texas just put shit in perspective. We got some work to do.
Texas had us running back to the car like red on Friday. That was embarrassing, bro. I was
there trying to convince them the big house is both our bikes. Like both our bikes.
No, it's crazy. You want some of Texas this year? No.
Hey, I would take them this year.
No, like I just think that year in between, like it works out for us in this situation. Right. Because I think we're gonna have a much better team next year than we will this year.
Well, but the Texas and the Oklahoma, that was something that they agreed upon before they SEC. True. Remember, that was just that we'll play.
It actually got flipped around, right? Because we were supposed to play Texas back-to-back years.
Yeah.
But because of the move,
now we got Oklahoma back-to-back.
Right. Real quick, what do y'all think about if the Big Ten were to take more teams? So I saw somebody say that it should only be 2 more teams that they take max. Stanford, I think, should be one of them, maybe, right? Just before, if you're talking about Big Ten and academics, but if it's football, then maybe Florida State, Notre Dame. What y'all think?
Make Notre Dame stop fucking wussing out and come on.
Talk about it.
Yeah,
right. Talk about it, bro.
I think we should definitely take. If we're gonna take only 2 more teams, my 2 teams to pick would be. I'd take the Notre Dame, of course, because they need to join a conference and stop ducking us.
Right.
And then I'm gonna have to say, if we go by academics with a football program, I'd probably say Duke.
Okay.
So, that might be cool because they football kind of, but they're not leaving North Carolina. Wherever North Carolina, them gonna be like us in trash state.
Right.
Yeah. So if we took them, we'd have to take North Carolina. So if I had to make that trade off with giving up Notre Dame for those 2, I mean, I feel like that'd be a good trade.
You do that, Steven? What's good?
What's good,
I got a question.
I'm washing dishes. I'll be here in a minute. Hold on.
All right, no doubt. Go ahead, G.
What happens to a team like NC State in this realignment? They kind of get lost in the wash because nobody really wants them for football or basketball.
They can go to the ACC. That's fine.
I'm saying, but there is no ACC.
There's no ACC.
They can go to the. They can go to Coosa.
No, they can go to the ACC the way that Oregon State is still in the Pac-12.
or they could just go over there with Oregon State and start building.
Right, they could build a super conference, right? Yeah, and maybe we get another power. It'd be another Power 5, right? Because look, it wouldn't just be NC State. Like Syracuse would be in that watch.
Yeah, Forest gonna be in there.
Right, Syracuse. It's gonna be some teams that are in the wash there.
Nah, bro, we gotta keep Tobacco Road together, bro. We gotta keep the AC. I don't like it. Just thinking about basketball
bad for your health, West Quad.
Listen, I don't like it, bro. I want it. Hey, you gotta keep some stuff the same, bro. Like I like the way that I like the college football I grew up with. Damn it, I didn't like voting for a champion, but I like the way that the conference were aligned. Like it made sense. Like, I mean, I don't mind like a Missouri going to the SEC or Texas going to the SEC, but I don't like losing conferences. That's crazy.
Virginia Tech, but all of those schools are going to be kind of in purgatory. This whole conference realignment.
I think we would take a Virginia.
Yeah,
because of the academics.
And we got to take Virginia Tech because of that. Because of their march out song.
Because of Enter the Sandman, we gotta take them for Enter the Sandman.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. I'm sorry. Who would you get rid of in the Big Ten? Like, if you can get rid of 4 teams right now, who would go?
Steven,
Northwestern.
Oh, you got to keep Northwestern.
Northwestern, Purdue.
Purdue can go.
Yeah.
Them would be the.
Nebraska.
I like Illinois.
Nebraska's good.
Oh, Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska.
Rutgers can go.
Yeah,
Nebraska.
Rutgers
I
can go.
said Illinois, but playing Illinois help our recruiting in Illinois.
I've got a highly controversial one.
All right.
If you can't get in college, get rid of Michigan State.
Yes. No, that's real though. Because they competing, they're not really competing right now. But I'm just saying, we kind of compete for the same resources. You see, when Cincinnati was trying to get into the big, some years ago, Ohio State was like, nah, we are the premier Ohio program or whatever. They won't let no other Ohio team join the Big Ten.
Right.
But Michigan has to share that with Michigan State, unfortunately.
Yeah, we should send Michigan State down to the ACC.
Right.
Hey, that'd be good.
They might win some games.
Yeah, they might actually. They might have some competition down there instead of just getting, stomped by half the conference.
But they are little bro them, man. We got you got to take care of your little brother.
No, I just wanted to throw that out there to start a little controversy. Maybe Spiro see this.
Point. It wasn't even no controversy. You had a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe Spiro see this and get mad.
Mike Legend said the other state. We got it.
We need them.
You got to keep them. We don't need them. I want to be clear. We don't need them. They need Michigan way more than we need them.
Well, what I'm saying is, as a Michigan team, we need Ohio State in the Big Ten to keep us getting better every year after year, because our whole identity is beating the other state. We kick them out of the conference. Who's the other state that we have to beat then?
Well, I mean, if you add Notre Dame or some team like that and have to lose Ohio State, listen, I'm not saying I advocate for Ohio State not to be in the Big Ten, but I do say this: Ohio State doesn't really have any good rivals in the Big Ten if it's not Michigan, right?
Right.
It is.
You don't like a lie buck?
No, that's stupid. Don't they try to have like some fake rivalry with Maryland or something? Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. They gotta manufacture their rivalries. It's trash. But Michigan, on the other hand, has plenty of rivals in the Big Ten without the other state. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got a fake rivalry too, though. That Northwestern thing, bro. I mean, like I like it. I mean, it's cool because of like the historical context. But get out of here, bro.
What about the bussin trophy?
Oh no, bro! You talk about manufactured.
Yo, that was
the Northwestern window is probably because of academics, because they got good academics.
Right. They got really good academics. Yeah,
that's probably where that come from. The smart kids, instead of playing against teams that take advanced hair curl and get a degree like that.
What is the George Jewell? George Jewell played for both Michigan and Northwestern, and that's why we have a trophy.
Yeah. I mean, and that's historically that's a big deal, right? The first black player in the Big Ten, like that's a big deal. Shout out to my guy Maniac. He says Oregon's their new rival. They trying to make it. They want it to be so bad.
If we are gonna actually go through with say kicking Ohio State out of the Big Ten, we are gonna need a new rival. And I think replacing an O team with another O team wouldn't be a bad trade-off.
Yeah.
Kicking Ohio out and then replacing that rivalry with the Oregon Ducks. I mean,
I just want to say this is heresy, and I don't want any part of you guys' college football dynasty. This is the type of
we
thing
still
you're
got
thinking
Penn
about.
State. We still got Penn State. We still got.
Oregon
is just it's good that UCLA, Oregon, and USC came together because they could still be, they rivals within the conference. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody really,
By the way,
other
we're
than-
getting closer to decision time, ladies and gentlemen. Less than an hour now.
Yeah.
I just seen the limousines drive by from the club. He went to the same club that the boy that went to Syracuse went to.
Yo.
But
they went to the day party.
Hopefully we don't have another situation like that where he's super late and gets stuck in traffic.
Well, look, if we have a situation like that, that'd probably be a good thing for Michigan in this case. Because right now I don't think we are that pole position team. So if we can hold him up and be like, yo, we just found some extra money here. What you think?
Ain't no extra money. Give him some of that Calvin Russell part. We'll take
exactly
because as it's looking just from reading and all the shit that everybody else do to see, Oregon looking like they the favorite for Benjamin and Geralds. We don't want to play them motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
If we don't have to, I mean, we ain't scared of them, but.
Man, just think about that Calvin Russell situation. I'm about to be a real salty dog right here. I want him to go live right now and see how many Syracuse fans he's going to get.
Hey, yo, you saw that the one of those recruiting joints dropped him way down, like immediately. Like he went from, this 5-star dude to like now I think Zion Robinson ranked higher than him on one of these services.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean,
I'm just talking like it's like I'm not gonna be a salty dog. You want to go play in that
they got Deuce
in that terrible environment, then so be it, bro. Fine.
So let me ask y'all this question. I always think about this. The kids that's getting recruited, sometimes they listen to podcasts, sometimes they see what everybody say. Do y'all think that sometimes what people say affects where they go? Like, oh, everybody saying this, so they do something against what everybody's saying. Sometimes it seemed like that to me. Like, everybody was, oh, he going to, he going there. And somebody like, well, I'm going to pick them wrong. I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to go somewhere else.
Right.
No, I think in that situation, he let us build up the hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as Michigan fans thinking, like, oh, no, like, I mean, even the insiders, like, oh, it's a done deal. And the whole time he had Syracuse on his mind, and we just didn't know it.
Well, I mean, they said he had a Michigan like theme ready. Like they said, it was Michigan. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything that I read, said it was Michigan. He had shit prepared to say Michigan.
People said he even told Bryce that it was Michigan.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, from all accounts.
I think Bryce also posted on his Instagram or Twitter, I don't remember which one, that he just got the text I think a couple hours before he committed or before he chose Syracuse too. Yeah. So I think he bamboozled a lot of people on that one.
Right. So, but to answer your question, G, I do think some kids look at that. We know that they do, right? Because we've seen them. Who was it? Man, it was recently too. It was a kid that Michigan was after. They were saying, "Oh, he's going to Michigan. He's going to Michigan." And then his father came out and was like, where they get this information. We saw kids themselves come out and say, "I'm not committed." Hell, this kid, Calvin Russell, said, "I'm not committed." Right on the night of his commitment, he had to come out and say, "I'm not committed anywhere yet." So we know that happens, and they see what's going on, what's being talked about, where people say they going, and things like that. So, and it's got to be a little frustrating for them too, because honestly, all these recruiting services are trying to get the information first. Trying to be first with the information or whatever. So they beating down these kids' phones and whatever to try to get this information, whatever piece of information they get, because it's rare that a kid is going to be like, yo, I'm going to LSU before he actually says I'm going to LSU to some dude who he knows is going to write an article about it, right? So they just sitting around waiting for him to say, oh, Brian Kelly did XYZ, and that's the piece of information they like, oh, okay, so LSU, put the crystal ball in for LSU, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's let these kids pick where they want to go, man.
Yeah, hey, I just want to say that if there's any recruit out here listening, do not make your decision based on what West Quad Adams House some random dude said.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah, I mean,
make better
Right.
decisions than that.
Right.
I mean, at the
Big
end of the
fact.
day, if there is a recruit watching, like, don't listen to any of the media or any social media or what they're saying. Make the best choice for you. Don't choose just because everyone's saying, oh, he's going here. Don't then just choose the opposite just to spite them. Just make your decision based on what's best for you, what's best for your education, and the kind of game you want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Because
you hope they
Chris
do, man.
Howard made a good point too. We all want everybody to come, and we talk about, oh yeah, the competition. Don't be scared to come. You the dog. You got 3 or 4 good years in football. If you're not gonna make it to pros, you want to go play. I look at some of the kids that we got that we was recruiting hard
Right.
and get there, and they never get in. Like, we was rooting for these kids to get there.
Right.
Oh yeah, this is dude that's gonna be a dog, and
Right.
3-4 years. I mean, and
Bro, a dude that I kept beating the pavement for, Marion Stewart, ain't sniffed the field,
you
bro.
don't even hear. Is he still on the roster? I gotta look and see if he's even still on the roster.
Now he's still on the roster, but that's the point. That's a former 4-star wide receiver out of Illinois who I just knew was going to be playing early for Michigan, and he ain't sniffed the field in any capacity, really. So to G's point, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, and then when we don't realize a lot, like, shit, some everybody don't want to go to every school. Right. I mean, we be thinking, oh, this kid is go. Some kids take these trips just to see stuff and get the free gear and go out, but knowing they not finna go to.
What do you think about this? And let me know what y'all think about this, because this is something that came up or that I think about. Do you think some of these schools recruit kids to play defense from other schools, even, right? Like, if we were recruiting a wide receiver that the other state was recruiting, for instance, but we just don't want them to go there.
I think that was more of a thing back in the Bo and Woody days,
right?
Like when you could like just stack, like you didn't have any scholarship limits, you could just stack your teams.
Yeah.
But I hope that wouldn't be a thing now. I mean, to a certain degree, it is a thing nowadays. But you wouldn't. Don't recruit a player if you don't think he's gonna play, bro. That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Penn State consistently does it to Michigan. Penn State is always after Michigan players to not get them to go. James Franklin, from what I heard, when you go on a Penn State official visit and you bring up Michigan, I mean, you can't do it now. But when Coach Harbaugh was there, he's going to the NFL, man. Those guys are cheating. The visit was more about Michigan than it was Penn State. Right. So they are like, Franklin is just notorious. And the crazy thing is, none of those guys even pan out. Not one of them.
Right.
It's crazy.
If you look at a lot of kids at the end, like today, you look at the 3 high-end kids, they got some of the same schools on all the lists. So it's kind of like, we need to get – why would – you brought it up earlier, West Quad, why the fuck would Trash State got 16 wide receiver, 5-star wide receivers, and they still taking commitments for why? Because they don't want – because the last receiver, Jaquadian or whatever his name was, had Michigan on his list too. Had Michigan, I think he decommitted from Penn State or something. They keeping him out. He gonna go there. He might be all right, but is he gonna get in with what they got already? Right. So I absolutely think it still happens to a certain extent.
Hey, I want to talk about that phenomenon where, like, we all follow recruiting here. Like, where some guy with the Michigan hat on tape, we're not even recruiting you, bro. Like,
bro, thank you. No, that's real, man. And then you get fans from like those other schools wherever he decides to go, and they're like, "Oh, we just locked her at Michigan or whatever." Like, bro, we didn't even know this dude existed before today.
Hey, case in point, the last dude, the safety that we was recruiting earlier, and we fell off. He just recruited, and when I looked,
Celeste, what's that? Is that
not Celeste Moore? He was. I'm gonna get his name, But Michigan was looking at him earlier, and then he just went to some school, and they was like, "Oh yeah, they beat out Michigan and such." They did say we cooled on him like 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
I do think that it still does happen today, where schools go out and recruit kids just to keep them away from other schools.
Mm-hmm.
Although unlike back in the day where like it was literally just giving out a scholarship and talking to a kid, nowadays it's a lot more expensive to do that. So I don't think we're going to see it as often. We're probably still going to see it regardless, because that's a tactic in recruiting to keep your wins coming, especially if it's a rival that you're taking recruits from. But I mean, like with the new the rise of NIL and how a lot of the teams are paying kids nowadays, it's going to be a lot more expensive to continue on that tactic, in this new era of college football recruiting.
Right.
This is what frustrates me. Oh, my bad. It's like you got some kids be like, well, they say we're gonna come here and build something special. You got one NFL player at that position, but you gonna be the prototype. Like you ain't got you an offensive lineman. The last offensive lineman they put in there might have been 88. But all of a sudden, you gonna be that one. Come on, man, Michigan, man. If you wanna be developed on the D line and O line,
right?
Michigan or Alabama right now, or LSU. That's literally it.
I mean, an argument could be made for Notre Dame to a lesser extent. They do have some players that go on to the NFL and actually do great things, but I mean, you don't really hear it as often as you do from Michigan going to the NFL. But then again, a lot of us are more plugged into Michigan than they are other schools, so that's all we hear
And to be fair to a team like, and I hate to do this, but a team like Penn State, their defensive line NFL talent has been pretty decent. They just put Homie in last year. They got Micah Parsons in there. There was somebody else that I'm thinking about too, but yeah, they do okay on the defensive line as far as that goes. But
I mean, O line and D line at the same time.
Yeah.
Penn State, that people do either or. I may have missed some schools, but LSU, maybe Iowa, Bama, Michigan. I might be missing somebody, but I don't think so. Maybe Oregon, maybe.
I'm with you. That definitely is a thing, and you're right. People go there thinking they gonna be the reason that this thing turns around, or all of a sudden we're gonna be an NFL factory at this position, which is crazy. Speaking of NFL factories at a position, there was a time, Steven, Litch, where Michigan was putting a bunch of wide receivers in the NFL. Up until a certain point. What do you think happened? Do you blame the Rich Rod years, the Brady Hoke years, Jim Harbaugh even, on why that thing stopped for Michigan?
All trio, like Birdman say, all trio. All trio. Yeah, I mean, Rich Rod years, they had. I mean, let's be real, and then Brady Hoke came. He had some good receivers. Coach Harbaugh.
Right.
You don't know that 2017 Oliver Martin was the best route runner out of the four. Tariq couldn't stay healthy. Nico, I'm trying to get. I'm gonna talk to you, Mays. I need your information because I need your information, man. Just reach out to me. And Donovan Peoples, bro, that class right there, bro. What happened, dog? That needs to be an ESPN 30 for 30. I don't know what happened to them boys. Like them four, that would have scared me if I was a recruit. I'm like, and nothing with them. So that's just my thing. I think Rich Rod though.
Oliver Martin didn't stay though. I think he should have stayed longer. I thought he transferred too fast. And for me, I don't know, Donovan Peoples-Jones, even when we met him, his attitude just don't seem like he just a locked in dude. He just he don't seem like, I was talking to him, at the spring game, and you could just see but he was like that at Michigan. The ball bounce on the 15-yard line, he'd be at the 30, still want to run and pick it up and try to do some shit. He want to run. Like he just seemed like he tried to do too much. He didn't just let his talent just come natural to me.
But that's one of the things. I think that's one of the things that worked against him is he was such a great athlete. Remember, he tested all those like the 40 times his vertical and all of this. He was a phenomenal athlete. I think he tried to, that was more of what he focused on instead of like locking in on technique and stuff like that.
And I hate to say this, but I kind of think I saw that with my boy D. Edwards too. I think his natural ability and his just being better than everybody so much that he was good for them home run if he hit the hole, but just the consistency of like you could tell Black Corum was in the lab every day working. Right. You could tell you could just look and tell, and it just seemed like some people be so good that they just rely on their athleticism and don't put that work in.
That's a fact. Roy Jones Jr. Steven, I don't know. You in the portal, bro. What'd you say?
Turn that fan off.
Oh no,
your fan off, Steve.
Your connection, Steve. Yeah, I can hear you now, Dad.
Recruit anybody with the first name Donovan at this point. If you need Donovan, just go anywhere else. Anywhere else.
That's a fact, man.
Well, we had a good DB named Donovan before, so who was Donovan?
Donovan Warren, he didn't make it. He didn't make it. Try again. Donovan Warren didn't make it.
He was good.
If your name Donovan, don't come to Ann Arbor. Go to Michigan State. Go play for them, please. I promise you, Michigan gonna win that game.
Damn, bro.
Crazy.
Nah, you're right though. I mean, the Donovan's not doing so well right now, at least in recent years. That's for sure.
Hey, look. So talking about recruiting, let me ask you this: out of all the players that we was like in for that we wanted over the last few years, like which ones are you hearing doing good? Like I was just thinking about the Colin Ashenpong dude that flaked on us at the end for Miami, and
man.
And where all them dudes at that we was crying?
Right,
we was crying that we.
Bro, what's the 5-star from DC? Went to South Carolina before.
Yeah, Nicholas
Harbor, right?
What are them dudes doing? Are they at McDonald's yet? Or
I think he caught like his first pass last year.
Yeah,
but he certainly ain't panning out the way that we thought it was going to. But you're right, it's a bunch of kids like that we thought or that Michigan really wanted, us as fans really wanted. They ended up going somewhere else. What they're doing now.
I mean, the one that I know of that we missed out on, that I know is doing pretty well, at least comparatively, is he's on the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy, the one that we missed out to Texas.
Damn it, bro.
He unfortunately ended up on the Chiefs.
Hey, we're not gonna. Let's move on, bro. Let's move on from that one, bro. Hey, let's move on from that one, bro. Hey, no, we not talking about.
That was one we fumbled hard. He would have been a great addition, but we fumbled that.
Listen.
Hey, you don't.
I'm not
trust
mad,
me. It had
bro.
nothing to do with the.
Right. If you know,
let's
know.
Let's move
also,
on.
I get it. Yeah, let's move on, bro.
That's as bad as the question I wanted to ask Chris Howard.
Yo, G.
I wasn't gonna ask him that. I was just fucking with you.
Okay, because I was like,
I wasn't gonna ask him that.
G was wilding, bro.
Hey, Josh Gaddis, I'm mad at you, but I ain't mad at you.
But I ain't mad at you, right? I get it, sir. 1,000%.
I don't know how well that pitch has worked in the past, but I don't think we should keep trying that one.
Yeah, nah, you gotta
no more speed in space.
Isn't he the OC at Syracuse now, right?
Is he still? I mean, I know he went over there, but I ain't heard.
I think he might be still over there.
I think he is.
That might explain how. That might explain what happened then with that.
Yeah. Calvin, what Calvin Russell mom at? Hey, somebody check on Calvin Russell mom.
Yo. Now, I'm not going to say that out loud because he's a friend of this channel, and I'm not talking about Calvin Russell, but it was another player that's on Michigan, actually. Mom is like that, but we're not doing that.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about
that. We're not doing that. We're not doing
that. I can telepathically tell what you're
right.
talking about.
We're not gonna do it. Shout out to Herdo. But yeah, we are 30 minutes away now. We're getting closer. We've ran the clock up, ran it out. We got 29 minutes. Yes, sir.
That might be a mumbo sauce trip for us.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a Snapple top fact, man. We got 29 minutes though before Duce Geralds makes his college decision, choosing between these 5 schools. We got Ole Miss. That's not it. There we go. Ole Miss, LSU, Oregon, Michigan, or that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. I just hope it's not them. Because I don't want to deal with this guy for 3 years. Go ahead.
Question, just because you just said that. Out of all the people, so we got him, you got Hyder, you got a few more people.
Davon Benjamin.
Right. No, yeah, that got us and Trash State as the finalists. Do you think some players do that for the rivalry part of it, or do you think that it's really like we both really have a good chance at them all the time?
So okay, I will say this. I think the majority of the time is because both of the schools are really in there, the majority of it. But I do think there are other people who do it, just for the sake of that rivalry, either way. Because I don't know if you remember this, but Charles Woodson talked about when he was on his official visit to Michigan. David Boston was on that visit too.
Yeah.
And David Boston was already like, yo, I'm going to Ohio State. I'm just here, basically for the visit. You know what I mean? And how that pissed Charles Woodson off or whatever. But I definitely think that goes on too. You know what I mean? More than we know.
Oh yeah, I really believe that. Like, yeah,
1000%. Shout out to Posh. She said, "Pop it in to say hello, my Wolverine fan." Shout out to Posh. 8 months of a member. You should be a member too. Shout out to Posh, man. Chris Lathan said, "Let's go, Deuce." Who you want him to go to? Chris, you're a Michigan fan. Who you a fan of? Darren Gilbert, Georgia. They ain't even in this joint, man. Georgia ain't even one of the teams, bro.
They didn't even make the signing list there, but they didn't make it in. They didn't make it in the doors.
By the way, BT, LSU fan, he had some good knowledge. He was very knowledgeable. BT, who is wide receiver you? Right? Tell us once and for all. Is it LSU? Is it Bama? Is it the other state? You let us know what you think.
Trash State, we ain't even gonna play.
It's a bunch of Tiger fans in here today, bro. The boot. All right. No doubt. I honestly think it is gonna be down to LSU or Oregon, with Michigan running third in this race, unfortunately. But who knows? If there's a delay, that means Michigan and that wire transfer went through, and he gonna be learning the victors, baby.
Flippity flop projection. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say whoever he commit to today, he not gonna sign with in December.
Okay.
If he pick LSU today, Oregon gonna get some more of that Nike bag and come get him. And if he go to Oregon today, LSU, because LSU been trending with a lot of good recruits lately. They got some shit coming up. If they get that Blang dude from Trash State, I think they're gonna start running.
He said it's Ohio State easily best for wide receiver you.
I'll know here in a few. Yeah,
I hate to say it, but Trash State be putting out wide receivers.
BT said they got the best 4 receivers in the league though right now.
Yeah, 4. Trash State probably got about 12.
No, I mean, I don't even watch the NFL, but they did a vote that the top receivers are. I mean, then Brian Thomas already Ohio has like one. That's it. So right now, not say two bullet calls in the last 12 years, whatever.
Movie. Steven,
sound like a Decepticon right now.
Your signal's being jammed by the Empire right now, my guy.
What about now? Can you hear me?
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I mean, the top 2 NFL receivers by voter are both from LSU, Chase and Jefferson.
Right.
And Brian Thomas, I don't know how top in the top. Like I said, I don't watch the NFL, but Thomas is top 10 too. So that's 3 LSU guys in the top 10, including the top 2 guys. We talking about right now, so you got to say LSU right now.
Well, they receiver like them Jefferson and but Trash State put every year all their receivers like they. Shit, I don't know if it's a team without a trash.
Yeah, I don't know if they got a top guy right now. I mean, well, Garrett Wilson probably a top 10 guy.
And shit, Curtis Samuels is still. They got a few dudes.
Curtis
still.
Samuel not top 10 though.
I mean, no, not top 10, but I mean overall they got productive. I mean, I hate them.
Yeah. No, it's definitely an argument for them for sure because in volume they putting a lot of receivers in there, right? They got a Mecca in there. JSN is in there. You know, hell, that whole 20,
the whole
20,
everywhere from
right
2000. Yeah, they all in there still.
Yeah. That whole 2021 team basically at wide receiver is in there. Marvin, I ain't even mentioned Marvin. You know, so they got guys for sure. But at the top end, you know, Jamar and Justin Jefferson might be the 2 best receivers in all of football. Right now, but it's definitely a conversation. Alabama got to be in there too. They got some guys, man. We can't forget about Bama. They got some guys too. But it's a good conversation.
Yeah. I mean, how one of the
Nico Collins.
We got Nico for sure.
Yeah,
let's go.
Nico would have been the Pro Bowl. Nico might have been the best wide receiver. He might have had the best stat. Now they because of CJ Stroud, whatever. It could have been. I don't care who it could have been. If Nico was healthy, he probably would have. Just like Aiden Hutchinson. They would have been probably the best position if they hadn't gotten hurt. I'm just being real.
Oh yeah.
Hey Brian Turner, y'all got quality. I ain't selling y'all short. They just got quantity, man. I'm definitely ain't saying because I'm definitely a Jamar Chase fan. I definitely like them young LSU receivers, but they got quantity.
For sure. All right. 20 more minutes before Duce Geralds makes his college decision. Let me get over here. They ain't started the live yet. But we gonna be ready. We were definitely here way too early. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us though. Be sure to like the live if you haven't already. Share this with your friends and family on social media and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are Michigan centric, but we talk college football. It's all good. Everybody's family, unless you remember that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. But even they are here.
He should go to Michigan just because we've been on here waiting so long.
That's a fact. Show us some respect, Deuce. And look, I talked to Litch about this. After this season, bro, that interior defensive line gonna be wide open for Michigan.
Yeah.
A lot of those veteran players gone on the interior. He gonna have he would have a real chance. Benny Payne,
and Wanua.
Right. Here's a good question.
Both transfers is gone. Both of the transfer dudes gone. Yeah.
Oh, give us some inside information, Posh. What the quarterbacks look like?
Here's a pretty good question. After this season, how many top draft picks do you think we're going to be looking at out of Michigan
this year?
This season,
yeah,
we got a chance for 2. I'll see, but
2 first rounders. Are you talking about?
Well, top first 2 rounds. I see Moore and if Hollywood could play up to his potential because he got all the physical ability.
Right.
I don't see Rashawn Benny got a chance to play his way up high too, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and you talk about Jayshon Barham. Barham can probably play his way up. Hausman could be a early draft pick. I'm not saying first round, maybe, but we'll see because
I think
like Ernest Hausman.
Maybe top 5 rounds, or top 3 rounds, maybe.
You think Jair Hill can play his way into first?
I mean, they've been talking about it. He got the size. He got the NFL. He got the 2. He got to get the focus and play because he got it. He's
got the motor. He's got the skills. You just gotta, like you said, he's just got to get his head in the game and show out on the field there.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. But yeah, on the offensive side, I don't know, man.
Everybody coming back next year.
Let's get it right. Bring everybody back. Right.
We don't got no seniors on offense.
We'll see what McCulley does. You know, he a senior. You know, if he go out here, go crazy, anything's possible.
He got that number one. He best show out.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, Posh, I'm a DM you after this because I need information. You just gonna tell me that the two dudes we know nice were nice. We know Jeremiah Smith can play football. We know Carnell Tate nice. But were those quarterbacks anything, Posh? Talk to us. 15 more minutes, roughly, give or take 15 more minutes before we start with Duce Geralds. A lot of people saying
JT, you see what JTL talking about? Ran out of money. They ain't gonna never run out of money.
Looks like y'all ran out of money getting.
They ain't gotta worry about the money.
No.
He's just being smart about it.
Come on, sir. You
just
know,
being smart about it.
Do they need Geralds? Like, do they need Geralds? I've seen defensive linemen. They don't need him.
Nah, we don't need Deuce Geralds for sure. I mean, Carter Meadows is there. Titan Davis, who has the best name in football, is there. Blade. We got Vallejo, who we talked about. We've had on the show. It's kind of a Mason Graham, great value Mason Graham. So we got some guys for sure. We don't necessarily need Deuce Geralds, but Deuce Geralds is the guy you make room for it.
Maze, what you think about that? So they've been saying Miami trying to push for him right now.
They are, but I guess he talked to Sam Webb, and he said he locked in right now. He ain't got no visits scheduled to nowhere else but Michigan.
I don't necessarily agree with calling Vallejo great value Mason Graham.
Yeah,
I mean, let's say if Mason Graham is like the Nike of linemen, then I would call Vallejo like the Adidas. He's like one step down, not necessarily there, but one.
Well, no, I mean, I didn't mean to sound disrespectful. I'm certainly not disrespecting my guy. But Mason Graham is Mason Graham, right? Can't just say somebody gonna be Mason Graham.
He's like the vintage. He's like the vintage Jordans of Nike of defensive linemen.
No
well, I mean, Great Value and Walmart are the same company, so it ain't like that's not a disrespect. Great Value is Walmart. So when you go in there, you buying the same stuff.
That's a fact, man. What are we doing? But again, Michigan's defensive line haul. I think they got like 4 or 5 defensive linemen, all of them studs, really. So again, if they miss out on somebody like Deuce Geralds, it's not going to be a huge loss, but you certainly want to still get somebody like him too. Marmar was good.
What up,
Marcy? And plus, Nate. We got this guy named Nate Marshall. Dang, if we don't get Deuce Geralds, Nate Marshall ain't gonna cut it. I don't guess.
I do have.
Where is Nate Marshall gonna play? Where y'all think is gonna be his best position? They still talking about is if he
destroyer, eater of worlds. He's the eater of worlds. It don't matter where he plays. He's Bray Wyatt, the eater of worlds.
Think by the way, this dude, the new strength and conditioning dude is him. Yeah, he actually good. Yep. But I think he can get him to be a dominant edge, but he can also be a dominant interior offensive lineman. I like him at the edge if they can, kind of trim his body up a little bit. But that's how I feel about it.
So I do have an answer for wide receiver U.
Yeah.
So we have in first place for wide receiver U, what is considered to be wide receiver U with 54 NFL wide receiver draft picks, is the USC Trojans.
Well, that's over. That's probably over a period of time. We talking about right now.
Second place. Right that's since 2015. They sent 40. They were tied with Miami in 2015 for 40 in the
40 wide receivers. They didn't have 40 wide receivers.
No, at that time in 2015 they had 40.
Yeah,
what you're saying. All right.
Yeah, and then second place
2015, not in the year of 2015.
Right. Yeah. And then in second place is Ohio State with 50 all time. Then it goes Florida with 45, Miami, and then LSU with 42.
This is good information, but
Start
and
the year 2000.
start from the year 2000.
Yeah,
Thank you, Doreen.
Yeah.
So Doreen is what you are trying to say, Doreen, is that it doesn't the quarterbacks don't necessarily have to be accurate. Because you got this guy who can just go get the ball. I get it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doreen for the information though.
Hey,
Yeah, if we're talking all
Maze.
time
up, sir?
wide receiver you, then it's the USC.
Okay. Go ahead, Mar.
Hey, I want to touch base on the Justin Tress. I think
Yeah,
that's his name. What you
yeah.
spoke about. Sharon Moore spoke about that, saying, man, he did something, changed something, and now these guys ready to get back to form how they was the three previous years. So I think
Look,
that
I
was
didn't
good
even
news
see
to
what he
my
said.
ears.
I didn't even see what Sharon Moore said, but I saw what those dudes came in. You saw the list. I don't know if everybody saw it, the list of where they came in and where they are now.
Yeah,
They putting in
I
work.
just deleted it. I was looking
Yeah.
at it. But
Yeah,
remember,
I
he
saw
not new.
Hey, the defensive lineman told Sam Webb, bro, because he didn't believe it. He said, I'm telling them, man, that drop off from Graham is gonna be a drop off from Graham and Grant. And Bendy said, nah, bro, we didn't put up all this weight. We ready to eat. You know what I'm saying? I like that. They put Sam Webb in his plate like, yo, bro, don't sleep on us either.
No doubt. Well,
I don't think
it
it'd
is
be a
going to be
drop
a
off.
good.
I'm not. Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
think the
Doreen.
tight end. I think people are really sleeping on the tight ends, man. I like Hanson. I like Brady. If
I
Brady
like him too.
Prescorn is healthy, if
Right.
Brady Prescorn is healthy, I'm telling you that kid is something serious. Now Colson is great. I'm not saying Colson ain't great. I don't think he's generational. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
But I think Klein and Hanson, you kind of had to do them like you did Schoonmaker and Colson
Barner.
and
AJ Barner.
yeah. The same way you got to do them like that. But
Yeah.
like you take one off. Like Klein is bigger, so you want him to catch certain balls, but pause. But Hanson, he's got a little bit more speed. You get what I'm saying? Hanson got
Yeah.
my back. I don't know
Hey,
why that
Steve.
pause stuff is so stupid to me. What's up, baby?
Is Prescorn healthy right now? I've been, like, just
I think he's
reading
injured right
like
now.
stuff. I haven't been seeing him mentioned a lot because I've been waiting to see.
I seen him in the spring game. Wasn't he in
Yeah.
the spring game?
Yeah, I think he played a little bit in there.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I just looked at the projected depth charts and
Yeah,
all
I
that.
think-
I'm seeing him.
Shout out my guy, Old Man on the Sticks. Be sure to check him out. He plays the college football game on his YouTube channel. He plays Madden.
Yeah, I seen
That's
him.
my guy, man.
He's getting whooped.
But I
He had a bad day.
I like.
I'm just being honest.
Penn State is good, but I think Michigan's running like with the way the offensive line is going to be. Because I don't know much about Ephobia. I can't say that I do. If Evan, I hate. Oh Lord, I'm going to say Evan Lincoln. If Evan Link has gotten better, because I trust Giovanni and I trust Crippen. That offensive line is going really they gonna do some damage, man. I'm telling you, like this running back room, Penn State is good, but I think Michigan can compete with the best running back room in the conference. I'm not just saying it because I'm a Michigan homer. Justin Haynes, he really didn't get his shot in Alabama. He really did.
Yeah.
The boy can play.
Yeah.
Like Marmar sent me some stuff about Barry. I ain't gonna say he Barry Sanders. I'm saying he's shifted. He can play. So just we'll see.
Hey, Mays, I did send him. Hey, I watched the highlight of Haynes, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, he run like Barry a little bit. And I watched the video, bruh. Hey,
By the way-
the likeness to Haynes and Barry Sanders, because he can get so Barry used to lower his head and run you over. Let's go back to the clip of Haynes when he ran that boy over in the South Carolina game and took it to the house and shifted. I said that's Barry S right there. Barry used to do stuff like that.
Well, Bear. First of all, let's be careful.
No, I'm just saying Barry used to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Haynes,
I feel you.
Yeah, Haynes was doing that stuff at Alabama.
Yeah, no doubt. Old Man on the Sticks, by the way, Marmar is offended. You said he was getting beat down. He said, line it up.
I mean,
All
to
right,
be fair, I watched that Friday stream. He was down. He went 1 and I think No, with
Yeah, he was
Michigan, he
getting
went 1
smoked.
football.
It
He
ain't
Damn.
switched to Georgia. He had to
hey.
Oh,
switch
he
to
got
Georgia to get
I
some
couldn't
wins.
believe, and he was talking. Hey, and he was talking his mess too.
Hey, yo, get
Getting
off my
smoked.
man head, man. Pause, yo.
His
That's
streams are
crazy.
always good. If you haven't yet,
Oh
make sure you
man,
check
you
them out.
good
Commitment
though?
link is
It's all
open.
love.
Yeah, he
It's
gonna be
all
committing
love.
in
Don't ever
about.
put no
Yeah.
stuff like that on YouTube again.
They got. I'm gonna go ahead and put up
What's
they
up,
are
G? How you
running his
feeling, man? You all right?
Oh man, yeah, you know, man, I'm maxing and relaxing out here, man. Chilling.
yes,
What's
sir.
good
Hit
with
me up,
you?
brother.
Hey, by the
Huh?
way, talking about hitting
Hit
people
me
up,
up.
Marmar, give Steven my information, man. Give him
I got you. I got
yeah.
you. I got you. Yep.
But yeah, man. So Duce Geralds set to commit here in about 8 minutes. You see the teams here. They got the gym set up for him. This is a dude that you gotta
Is that
take
that him with that
if
fro?
he's available.
Dude had a 1986 fro.
And if you're an LSU fan or whatever, we don't want to hear your Michigan got locked. Trust me, Michigan is fine. All right.
Right,
Once again, Michigan is fine.
You
We
LSU
took it.
fans, tread lightly in the chat, bro. If y'all
Yeah,
getting,
tread lightly.
don't be in here
Tread
talking about
lightly.
we locker job. All right,
Nah,
we
nah,
allowed you
cause
to have Deuce. I'm joking, but don't.
we put
This wasn't
the
between us. Y'all locker Oregon.
Yeah.
May. We
We
put
just
them in the
we just
locker.
here.
We put them in the locker, coffin, tombstone, cremated them when we took Bryce from him.
Yeah, I was gonna say we already lockered him with Bryce.
Yeah, we already had their funeral.
No doubt. We'll put the volume on when he comes on because this is just people talking. That's Steve Wiltfong, obviously. Talking, probably telling us where he's gonna be, because Steve Wiltfong,
Hey,
like I was telling
he got
G,
a serious face.
listens for somebody to say, hey, mention Brian Kelly or one of these coaches, and that's where the crystal ball going. But we'll see what happens. Michigan D line coach Lou Esposito is damn good and a great recruiter. That's a fact. I think didn't Lou Esposito any up to number 4 or number 3
Number 3.
Yeah,
recruiter
yeah,
in the nation?
in the nation.
Yeah.
Find out.
Lou
If he
Esposito
get
Pay
Deuce
that
Geralds, he
man.
can go to
He's,
one.
Show him the money.
He's number 2 in the Big Ten. He's number 3 in national rank with 6 commits so far for this
Right.
commit cycle.
Ooh, Deuce Geralds will be 7. Put him up in that top.
Let's go. Let's go.
He got 4
Even
star
though we,
commits, 1 3-star, and 1 5-star.
Hey, but yeah, our defensive line is good.
Yeah. Lamar
Because
Morgan,
they
by
like
the
to.
way, is also a very elite recruiter too. So don't sleep on Lamar Morgan either.
Yeah.
What about that cornerback? That number 1 overall cornerback.
You talking
His
about
name?
Davon Benjamin?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
up with Benji
He commits a little later, 6:00
today?
Yeah,
Ooh.
today. Here we go.
Smooth guy over there.
Did they put eyes? Did Sharon Moore put eyes today?
I haven't seen any.
Oh no.
If
The
he
last
didn't
thing
put
I saw from him
eyes,
was the
then
locked in or whatever.
You
right?
gotta get some
out.
Visine.
did Lou Esposito do something on Twitter today?
We ain't see nothing yet.
Yeah.
Let's
So
Max, get on it, man.
There we
Let us
go.
know.
On it.
But everybody, but all the recruits don't want them to put the
that's
eyes all the time. Some
likely.
of them, we have got commits without the eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he has not posted any eyes today.
No
In
eyes.
June, we was throwing eyes everywhere.
Look, that maze just stick out right there on all them little.
Yeah, it do, bro. Something about that
the
block
imp,
M, man.
I always say that, bro. I always say that.
Block him, man. That shit.
I always say that. We not even in the top 10, cuz.
Nah, we right at 11, actually.
No, yeah, we ain't got nothing lately. They've been getting.
Hey, yo, blood. They got us out here lacking.
Ohio State falling down this list too. They was
Oregon been losing recruits too. Oregon lost.
This could be a very good day for Oregon, though. It could be a very good day for Michigan too. But Oregon is one of those things. LSU too.
I think if we get this recruit, it pushes us up. It puts us up at 10. I think.
I think it moves us past.
Drop Miami down though.
Yeah, I think at the very least it puts us at the 10th
If
rank,
we
even
get in front
higher.
of Ohio State, we get to talk some stuff. We can't talk no more because it's
All right.
0-0 right now.
So I have the revised numbers for wide receiver year for
Who is
wide
Smooth
receiver
talking
U.
about?
Yeah, he's smooth guy over there. Your wife didn't cook you breakfast this morning.
Hey, how does number keep going up? By the way, now we paid him $20 million. Yo,
We don't even know the actual number.
right,
I
bro.
don't.
Hey, get out of here, man. And it don't matter what we paid him either. By the way, y'all didn't pay it to him, so deal with it.
Yeah, you about to get cooked.
Recruiting class looking like Duke.
There was a backpack giveaway today, Josh, before this ceremony. As Deuce
Look
gets
at that
back to his
shirt.
community, very important to him and
Right.
his family.
Is this a clue?
To do that on his commitment date? That's great to see. Great to see him with his family there.
We're going to Iowa.
Seated, getting comfortable. You guys in the chat, let us know. Where do you think Duce Geralds is headed? Put it in the
We're
chat.
going to Iowa.
Michigan.
For the next 3 or 4 years of my career, I'm going to D-Line U, Michigan. Let's go.
All right, guys, let's just sit in. We're going to watch Duce Geralds make his commitment. Me and Steve, we'll catch you on the backside of this.
This guy really in his feelings.
Smooth guy, bad day ain't won shit in a while.
Hey, chill out, man.
Yeah, chill out before we start getting on y'all.
Get your money up, man.
Man, what you say?
Get your money up, bro.
Y'all hired Brian Kelly and they did shit since.
All-American. 9th grade, All-American. 10th grade, All-American.
All-American.
11th grade, All-American. And now his senior year is
He looks dressed for Oregon. Uh-oh, Sal.
I don't know who chose this angle, but it's horrible.
Yeah, this is not the best angle.
The dude with the gold chains on picked the angle. He wanted to get
Right. Make sure that light hit these diamonds right.
Kind of weird. Georgia didn't want. Everybody wanted him, Ralph. He just didn't want to go to Georgia. Before the year. When was the last time was LSU something?
As we speak, we're not doing people like that. So, the users that being young man is operating the constant place. I feel like this year. I met Duce, his 9th grade year coming in. One of the things that really stuck out to me.
So this is like a coach talking or whatever. But smooth guy is asking to be the next contestant.
Asking to get that Zavada, huh?
I mean, does he not realize that 2023 happened?
It's all right. I think Smooth is referencing his brain. It's obviously he got a smooth brain. You know what they say about that. Hey man, just get this dude the microphone. Let's go.
Oh, he's got one right in front of him right there.
Right. Look, he tired of homie talking. Hey, Smooth guy, don't be the next contestant on the Maze Madman screen. Because
All right, we'll bring up one more coach up here. Great guy, great trainer, also a coach as well that did a great job with the team.
Marmar's hilarious, bro.
Okay, so super exciting. Just had one week with Trailway a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna leave all the real good stories till signing day. But the biggest thing I want to talk about is how we were able to keep this young man here for 1 year. You know, he could have played it. There's a lot of financial opportunities out there. You know anything about the NIL world right now? He left a lot of money on the table. And when we sat down and talked about that, I said, what can I tell you that's going to help you come back?
So do y'all think, while we wait here, do y'all think these are like opportunities for like these high school coaches too? They doing some recruiting with opportunities like this too.
Now, you have to understand, we just had
Absolutely. Gotta polish up your resume like in real time, because once these guys go, who you got?
You know, my
Right.
guys,
Right.
this is D-line. It is. We produce D-line. Okay, it's what we do. Since I've been here, I've had 4 All-Americans in 6 years. It's what we do.
Look at him.
Gets
Yeah, he
upset,
definitely.
The rest of the guys get upset. You say this is anything but D-line. So legacy is what kept him here. And then I said, okay, what is your legacy? He said, I want to be a state champion. That's it. Wasn't personal. Wasn't about him. It was about the program. He wanted to be a state champion. And if you know anything about him, he may be the only person more competitive than me. I mean, we go out and practice and trust me. We've had a lot of one-on-one conversations. I won't talk about all that. And then I said, okay, what's your individual goal? He said, I want to be a 4-time All-American. Well, you check that box.
Yellow shirt.
Then I said, what else? He said, I want to be, he said, I want to be national career sack holder. He's 12 away. He got 37 hours.
Or maybe Texas Tech could swoop in at the end with that bag.
Right. They passing the envelope right now.
Man, this is crazy.
Now, well, you know, if they have all this set up and all that, you know they're gonna talk for a while.
Even the baby, like, let's go.
Yeah, look, dude, she gone. She out here. She like she going.
She said, "Yeah, I ain't got time for this."
We do a thing here called the habit chart, and that's what we create on defense. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to play as much passing and creating every play. We're talking about 3 years.
This dude is doing a lot of talking, bro.
Yeah, man, he talk about the strategy of the season this year, and nobody care about that.
Unskippable cutscene is a fact.
Or like an unskippable ad for their program.
Just understand,
Billy, write the check right there.
Thanks, Eric.
It's truly an evil and one of the league's mark, just not here, but on the young kids. I've never seen a guy just sit there. This is the one story I'm going to tell real quick. We're playing Mill Creek.
Waiting for someone to check a watch.
I'm trying to look at the balloon colors.
Is he the only one? Is he the only guy committed at that school today?
Yeah,
he gotta be.
And it's taking this long. The dude doing a sermon, man.
Brother.
Yeah. Hey, I converted to footballism.
Shit, imagine how long it took him to blow up all the balloons and set all that shit up.
Are we 100% sure it's not the coach who's committing?
The coach going with him. He said, nah, we a package.
Yeah, package deal. What?
Hey, that's right.
Clap. I'm going to clap with him.
Hey, Ralph said it. They waiting for the check to clear before he picked. Which one of the checks gonna clear first?
Hey, he over here making moves while at the ceremony.
You tell me how it feels.
Yeah, I converted to footballism.
No matter what happens, Bryce Underwood, it don't get no more lockery than that, y'all. You can't stuff him in a bigger locker than Bryce Underwood. You can't.
You can't. They stole their pride.
Big time schools here. I want you to play. I want you to play. I got you. Tell me, how does it feel to be recruited by these type of schools?
Well, I want to tell you.
Working hard, keeping God first, and paying my parents.
Ralph is crazy.
This is a dream at some point.
Hey.
So, I really appreciate all of them.
18 to 35.
Hey, he making moves at the table on the phone right now too. Come get this package.
My boy Toes, what up, Toes? I'm gonna text you later, bro.
Been around for a long time, have worked with kids all over the country and all over the state. How's
Boy,
Taze.
Taze, my bad.
Nah, you good. I had to learn too. I was calling them Toes too. Toes that came. I went from Toes to Cane, man.
Hey, dad already spending the money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, he making moves at the table on the phone. Yeah, come get
That
this
is like he
package.
done joined the Rough Riders. Look at he got his own biker group, man. Look, he got his own record label.
Hey, Maze. He over there texting like, yeah, it's behind the alley, behind the dumpster. You got to pick it up right now.
He has a very unique story. Story of adversity.
You too.
Story of overcoming and finding a deeper, stronger,
smooth guy on one.
And he's knocked it out of the park. Everything that's been laid in front of him, he's approached it with a relentless effort, with a relentless pursuit. His desire to be great, his desire
I think we got a better
to make everyone around him better is unmatched. I get a lot of folks.
Them tears. That might be a Sharon Moore tactic.
When you come across certain people in life, certain people in the world, you just see that they touched by God.
That was a good one.
And
Facts.
come across certain people in life.
It make me want to tear up right now.
You just see.
It's like a soap opera.
Touched by God. They touched by God.
My son
and I saw it in him at a very early age. Y'all wouldn't believe he could have been no older than this one right here. I said, son, what you think you want to be when you grow up? And he's like, damn, be a football player. And I'm like, that's the pretty typical answer. He got
hey, G, what Snoop said?
Dad grew up.
I want to be a mother
watching
hustler.
Dad play football.
You better ask him.
Then he said something that's, just unfathomable. He was like, I'm gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
He looked like he'd look good with that
Hall of Fame.
Fucking winged helmet
4
on.
years old. Hey, you don't even know what the Hall of Fame is, boy. What is you talking about? He's like, I'm being Hall of Fame. And I knew from that day, I said, he's different. It's just something different about this boy. And just fast forward to where we are now, the journey that God has allowed us to partake in has been nothing short of amazing. And I'm just so proud and honored and privileged to call myself his dad. Because if I wasn't his daddy, I wouldn't be getting none of this 3.6 million.
Hey,
he about to get.
What the?
We got a short video that we want to share.
Hey, smooth guy look like American Dad's body.
Duce Geralds.
They're showing a video now.
Smooth guy drink smoothies in the bathroom.
I feel like they should have sent us all some of the wings and fries that they have and shit.
Hey, you feel me? With some crab cakes on the side.
They should have shared. I know they got
it. Hey, I'm going to 819, whatever that place called. 1189. Yeah, I gotta go there.
I can't hear
Then
you.
I went on Zachary, playing for the Broncos, and then I'm going to Georgia, I'm playing for Fishery for 80, Colorado for
Told my
90,
dad I wanted to
and
be
the
a
rest of
pimp.
my career I played for
Damn it,
football
bro.
and
How did that work out for you, Eric?
Right.
I told my mom I was gonna be a philosophist.
A
Philosophist?
philosophist.
What's a
A
philosopher?
philosophist.
You
A
know what? And she
philosopher?
probably laughed at your ass too after that. I'm messing with
I'm
you.
gonna be a philosophist.
A philosophist.
What's a
Hey,
gefilte fish?
Bluefish
A
equals what?
gefilte
Now I'm
fish.
playing.
somebody tell us what a philosophist is in the chat, please.
Somebody tell me what a
Wrong
I remember.
answers
philosopher
only. Wrong
Hey,
answers only.
hey, Maze. I told her that. She just looks at me. You're right.
and exceed my expectations. Walk me through your ninth grade year at Collinsville. My ninth grade year at Collinsville, it was something special. It was basically I was able to rank up 10.5 sacks in the very first game of my high school career. I had 2 sacks in the first half against Vice Christian.
Hey, bro, gonna have to use one of his red shirt years. Just
Oh, for real? All this talking. All this talking.
Eligibility.
I think by the time he commits, he'll be out of red shirt.
I'll be 60 by the time this man commit.
I was next to All-American again. I had 13 sacks, 114 tackles. I was first team All-Region, first team All-State, Region Player of the Year.
Damn. Stand up. My legs hurt.
I was playing another game.
Only been 2 hours. It's not been that long.
All this talking.
Bro, this is a
But no,
motion picture, bro.
Hey, you right, Stan. They finna call halftime in a minute. It's finna be halftime.
Hey, man. All this talking and nothing going on.
And the movie was shorter than this. We need a halftime break.
Hey, the decision part 2 coming soon. Man, get out of here, man.
I swear at the end of this, I swear at the end of this, if we see a to be continued pop on screen as it fades to black.
Seth, behind the balloons,
I'm calling NBC for this shit.
They created a video or whatever. They playing that video. That's what he's looking at.
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
Hey, I know what they doing. They running this all the way into the Benjamin and the other dude. They run this all into one committee.
Nah, bro. I think somebody said it. They waiting for that confirmation from the bank. That the
Man, this is a Marvel movie commitment, dog.
Now there's not enough explosions.
All right, here we go.
I could have smoked 10 blunts.
Hey, shit, yeah, Ralph, he probably did forget what school he committed to by now. He has to remember.
I just smoked 10 blunts already.
Let's go.
Rolled them, smoked them.
I know the wait been long, but for the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be taking my talents too.
What is this? You can't see a damn thing. Oh my God, bro. Where you go, bro?
This worse than Dorian Barney. Well, you might as well be in the garage.
There we go. He's a tiger.
LSU.
There we have it, ladies.
That was a waste of time.
3 or 4 years, I'm going to hit the transfer portal.
To go to a school where your degree don't even get you a McDonald's job.
At all, bro.
Hey, yo, shout out to hold on, bro. Shout out to all the Tigers fans that was in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to the Oregon fans that were here. Everybody that was here. Ole Miss don't have fans, but if 1 or 2 of them have, shout out to them too. But this is good because he didn't go to Oregon. He didn't go to the other state. It's not like Michigan. He's gonna have to deal with this guy for the next 3 years. So this is a good thing for us, and congratulations to LSU. Y'all got a good football player. But what y'all thoughts, man?
Brian Kelly don't fumble this. That's my thought. That's my.
The Big Ten.
Don't be yelling at kids on the sideline talking about, didn't I tell you to effing do this? And then Bryce said, I'm going to Michigan. I'm staying home.
It's going to be good that he's going to have a year at LSU before he transfers over to Michigan after he's done dealing with Brian Kelly.
We don't want him.
There you go.
We don't want him.
I'll say this, man. Hey, shout out to the kid. All congrats, but you can deal with Alabama and Georgia and Florida and all. Hey, have at it. Enjoy it. We good.
Yes, sir.
But hey, shout out to you, my guy. But enjoy them 9-3 seasons.
Yes,
and the Reliant Quest Bowl.
And the Reliant Quest Bowl. Don't do the Reliant Quest Bowl like that.
Who do LSU play that first game? Clemson.
Hey, stop it, man. Stop it, man.
And they gonna beat Clemson. Gonna beat them.
But yeah, listen, y'all. I'm about to hop out of here because I've been on this stream for 2 hours. All right.
Way too long. Way too long.
If you know, you know. I'm about to hop on. Hey, you playing some? You about to play some Call of Duty?
Man, you know I'm about to hop into duty, drop it in the war zone. Hey, chat, I'm banned again because I called the Ohio State LMNOP community, and then they banned my chat for 14 days, and then I appealed it, and then the dude that was handling my appeal, he sent the rainbow flag. So I said, yeah, I'm banned. I'll just take the 14 days. It ain't no point to fight
hold
him.
on, bro. Hold on. The thoughts of Mar are his and his alone.
Yes, sir. I'm out on the island. Hey, I'm out on Rebirth Island. If you want to catch me on the island, you catch me on Rebirth.
Or anybody else here at Maze Madman.
Hey,
anyway,
I love you guys.
Steven, man, I appreciate you, bro. Mar, make sure you send Steven my information.
I got you, Steve.
G back up with us, rocking with us again. That's my guy G, of course.
GB, you feel me?
Stat Boy 2.0 Litch will be rocking with us when the season starts.
It's the boy Litch.
Tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and on Twitter at LichMat626. You can also find me over at the Gamer Sideline podcast with Kinetic as well.
Can I say where you can find me?
Go ahead, Marlo.
I got the time right there. Hey, you can find me at Onyx with 2 pregnant bitches and 2 cups of liquor.
Hey, man.
Hey, we gotta mute his mic. Steven does though have a YouTube channel. Steven, where can they find that?
Yeah, if you want to, right now I'm just posting my clients. I'm a trainer. I'm at SDB 1218. And no frauds allowed. I'm certified. I sold my certification.
Yes,
so
sir.
if anybody says I'm a fraud, you can't buy them. You got to earn them. So at SDB 1218, I'm doing my first live actually later on today about meal planning, meal prepping, and nutrition. So I got to know. I'm not trying to get a whole bunch of subscribers. I don't care about that. But if you want to subscribe, you can at SDB 1218. You have any questions about working out, about nutrition, I will try the best. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a lot and a little about a little. So hit me up if you want to.
Put it in the chat so people can find it and like, share, and subscribe.
No doubt.
Y'all heard the man. Y'all better get on y'all healthy shit.
SDB 1218. It's 1218, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm subscribed. You should be subscribed. Let me actually, we're gonna do this for you. Let's share this real quick. There you go. You see it right there. SDB 1218. All this information here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Working with his clients here. And he gonna be live today. G, I don't know if you got Twitter, none of that, G, right?
You can find me on Mondays on motherfucking Maze Madman, and
there you go.
And the audience listens to everybody. Yeah,
that's a fact.
This is the only show I come to, so yeah.
We got a big one coming up Thursday. Another Throwback Thursday player. So be on the lookout for that. And then of course Monday, Eminem Monday, we will be right here. So meet us there 7 p.m. Till next time, though, follow me everywhere at Maze Madman.
And I'm upset.
Yep.
I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. So I'ma calm down. So I just don't get that all that maze and that lock and all that fun. I just don't get it. So and how the
oh my God, we're shutting the damn live down. Good night, everybody.